But the reality is that India's fertility rate has been crashing in unprecedented ways. This is too fast for a nation which has to grow. We need a large, capable, working population for the next several decades. So if urban India, the young women do not want to have children, that is a crisis. That takes me to the final issue that I'm extremely keen to discuss, but more importantly, we have to work towards improving, is this demographic dividend part of the story. Nations are built by people, not just by capital. And people will mean we need healthy, skilled, educated population. Yes, we are young. That window is there and it's open, and we're trying our best to take complete advantage of that. But the reality is that India's fertility rate has been crashing in unprecedented ways. Today, our fertility rate is well below replacement. In fact, it's below 2. It's around 1.97. This is too fast for a nation which has to grow. We need a large, capable, working population for the next several decades. So for the working population to shrink relative to an elderly population, we have 120 million people above the age of 60. So yes, we are a young nation, but we also have a rapidly increasing elderly share. So to improve and get to a high quality of life, we will need a large working age population. But with this declining fertility and falling rather rapidly, what are the policy prescriptions? Do you know that urban India has had below replacement fertility rate for the last 25 years? So while many people have started talking about fertility today, the reality is, and this is the dynamism of Indian economy, that unless you look at the data and you look at it in granular way, you don't really know what's happening. Most people just think they know India. You need to look at the data in highly granular way. So if urban India, the young women do not want to have children, that is a crisis. And you know what then pushes us further? That during the pandemic, a rather dismal statistics emerged from the rich G7 nations. That this is the first time in human history that such a large number of elderly population have died alone without a family member around. That shakes you up because it tells you that's not the kind of growth we want. Eventually, progress and development has to be defined in a way that we should aspire for. And that's not going to be, therefore, our growth model. China today, the biggest fear they have is they have already grown old before becoming rich. There is no clamor for migration into China, unlike Europe. As Amitabh mentioned, Japan is already quite old. In fact, in Japan today, they are trying to measure labor and age. Age for you and me is a very simple variable. It tells you how old you are. So it's a chronological measure. Not in Japan. In Japan, the conversations are moving to, yes, there is a chronological age, which means I'm 50 years old, but there is a biological age, which means I'm as productive as a 40-year-old. You see, the creativity in terms of thinking and narratives and trying to overcome an almost certain fate on account of not being sensitive to what is happening to fertility